Chair recognizes Chairman Todd Jones for a motion.
Sorry for the delay, Mr. Speaker. I move that the House agree to the Senate substitute to HB 1013.
Chairman Jones has moved that this House agree to the Senate substitute to House Bill 1013. The clerk will read the caption.
To be entitled an act to amend Titles 15, 20, 31, 33, 37, 45, and 49 of the Official Code of Georgia annotated related courts, education, health, insurance, mental health, public officers, and employees' social services respectively, so as to implement the recommendations of the Georgia Behavioral Health Reform and Innovation Commission.
Chair recognizes Chairman Jones to explain the Senate substitute.
Good afternoon, colleagues. The second time in my 6 sessions that I'm speechless. The other time was I was first presenting the bill with Chairman Oliver. First and foremost, I'd like to thank the Speaker for the opportunity to work with Chairman Oliver to be able to pilot or co-pilot this bill. I'd also like to thank the Senate and the work that they did with us and the collaboration. We knew that it would be a process, and the process allowed us to be able to really refine the bill. And I think what you have in front of you now, all 70 some odd pages on your desk, I think really represents, I think, a great step forward in mental health and substance abuse for our great state. I'd like to just highlight some of the things for you that I think you'll find very important. First and foremost, we can say emphatically that upon the passage of this and the signing by the governor, that the state of Georgia has parity. Thank you. This application is to private insurers. This application is to the State Health Benefit Plan, and it is also to Medicaid and Peach Care. I think that's important because hopefully we will now see that a disease of the mind is going to be treated equally as a disease of the body, and we hope that that is something that every citizen, all 10.7 million citizens, not just appreciate, but are able to finally get the help that they need. MLR, medical loss ratio, also known as medical spend ratio, Dr. Newton, and that's so important. That has remained in the bill at 85% or whatever is contracted for higher. Workforce development has remained in primarily with a key around cancelable loans. Several of you have asked me, why is this so important? Just remember this statistic. 59 out of 159 counties in our state do not have a mental health or behavioral health specialist. It is hard to implement parity, and it is hard to execute to the MLR standards if you do not have the professionals to be able to help our citizens around mental health and also around substance abuse. Co-responder, thank you for the unanimous support of SB 403, but the funding mechanism for co-responders is in this bill, and I would like to thank the entire Appropriations Committee from the House for that. Finally, there is proper reporting and also the accountability courts, and you'll see that in sections 5 and section 6. This is important because of the fact that we've seen the success that the accountability courts have had in other areas, and we believe that same application across our entire state will be so important in terms of our ability to be able to really assist mental health and also substance abuse patients. And finally, the reporting. If you don't report on it, you don't know what's happening, you don't know the standards. So we were able to refine with our Senate colleagues the amount of reports, the data that will be collected, so that we will have a better understanding in terms of where we have actually improved, where we haven't improved, where we're seeing parity, where we're seeing proper MLR, etc. And I think that is something that as members of the General Assembly, you'll appreciate that level of accountability. Mr. Speaker, that is essentially the very quick summary of the substitute, and I would ask for the body's favorable consideration. Thank you.
On the gentleman's motion that this House agree to the Senate substitute to House Bill 1013, all those in favor will vote aye. Those opposed will vote no, and the clerk will unlock the machines. Have all members voted? Have all members voted? If so, the clerk will lock the machine. On the gentleman's motion, the ayes are 166, the nays are 0. This House has agreed to the Senate substitute to House Bill 1013. If y'all will indulge me just for a moment, can't let this moment pass without saying just a few things. First off, today, hope won. Countless Georgians will know that we have heard their despair and frustration. We have set Georgia on a path to lifting up and reforming a failed mental health care system. And once again, this House has led. We are reminded again today that truth is a powerful force. Many people are responsible for today. Chairman Mary Margaret Oliver and Chairman Todd Jones have, through their work, enabled me to see something I have not seen like this before. I saw an R and a D disappear and a Georgian take its place. I saw Chairman Sharon Cooper remind me again what an amazing committee chair she is. I even had the courage to go to her committee and testify. So everybody should do it once in their life, and I've done mine. I want to thank Senator Ben Watson, Senator Dean Burke, and Senator Brian Strickland from the Senate, who devoted much time and put aside our chamber rivalry to make choices that we had to make. the members of the Georgia Behavioral Health Reform and Innovation Committee. Two of those members are in this body, Chairman Oliver and Chairman Don Hogan. Most especially, but most especially, I want to thank a former member of this body and the commission chair, former Representative Kevin Tanner. Representative Tanner, it was his vision of a new, innovative way to approach mental health care, which inspired me, and his leadership on this issue over the past 2 years has been extraordinary. And finally, and last only because I may not get through this, a lady who has a beautiful heart and a giving spirit, who takes the problems of those who are hurting to heart and refuses to believe that there is no path to help. She is my protector, my defender, my rock to lean on, and the light of my life. And had it not been for her, I probably would not have invested as much as I have into this bill. I know I wouldn't have. So I love Cherie Ralston for these and for so many other reasons. Come here, Rebbe. Members of this House, you have given this bill a huge push, and you can be very proud today. Few of you will ever cast a vote as consequential as your vote to pass House Bill 1013, and today it was you who gave hope to many, many Georgians. God bless you, and thank you for this bill.